We've been doing this a long time, several years. His track record is very strong. Did not have a great last weekend, which means it is bounce back Saturday, Sunday for J-Mac. We call it tomorrow's headlines today. We start with the first game of the weekend, Saturday, Bills at the Broncos. This is really interesting, J-Mac.
Yeah, well, we actually added a fifth. We're going to do the Natty as well because I need to round it out and I need to bounce back after last week's 1-4. So Buffalo visits Denver. Rematch from last year in the playoffs, Colin. Remember, pretty good start for Bo Nix. Then it went south quickly. The headline this weekend for Buffalo, Denver will be, excuse me? Bo bumps into Mafia boss, and that would be one Josh Allen. Listen, picking a side here is tough. I did bet the under. I don't think we'll see a lot of points, but ultimately I got to ride with my guy, Josh Allen. He's fun to watch, Colin. I'll just say this. They have 3 healthy wide receivers right now going into this game. That's it. And one of them is Keon Coleman, who was a healthy scratch multiple times this year. The other's Brandon Cooks, who's 32 and joined the team like 10 weeks ago. However, Jason, why are you betting Buffalo here? Again, I just don't know what to make of this Bo Nix situation. I know you love him and you love Peyton. Colin, I was doing some digging. So did you know Peyton and McDermott, they have a history going back to the NFC South when the New Orleans was playing Carolina many times. And wouldn't you know it, McDermott has a history of bottling up Drew Brees. He knows how to play that too high shell, clog the middle of the field, keep everything in front of you. And historically, Peyton has not excelled against McDermott's defenses. This Ed Oliver situation's big. Will he return for Buffalo? He's been practicing this week. That would be huge because their run defense is leaky. I do expect Josh Allen to kind of put on the Superman cape. Buffalo's defense is good, but it's not great. Did you notice last year in the playoff game? So Vance Joseph loves to play heavy man, heavy blitz. He was worried about Josh Allen, so they went a little more zone and spied Josh Allen. He still had a bunch of yards on the ground. I don't think they can stop him. I'll go low 17-16 Buffalo or thereabouts.
Wow. Tomorrow's headlines today. Seattle, a big home favorite. What say you?
You know, us gamblers, sometimes we get in trouble going with our heart over our head, Colin. I'm not making that mistake here. The headline for San Fran at Seattle will be, Seattle, death do us part. One that got away makes them pay. I'm sorry, I got the Seahawks here, Colin. I cannot make a case for my guy, Brock Purdy. I think the Purdy-Shanahan combo, like you said, can keep it interesting and close. But, man, I just don't know with this defense. We saw this game 2 weeks ago. They couldn't do a damn thing. Now, Seattle couldn't either, and I do think there's a world where your boy Sam Darnold kind of vomits all over himself and is rattled in his playoff game. McDonald's first playoff game as a head coach. He's a great coach. I read an article about him, about how he's such a smart, intelligent human being. I love those guys. I think San Fran keeps it close. I'll take Seattle in a close one.
Tomorrow's headlines today, Texans and that defense in New England against the Patriots. What do you got?
Well, I went against the Patriots, and their fans let me know about it. Anything different this week? The headline for Houston at New England will be parting of the Strouds. Old playoff persona left behind. Oh, yeah. C.J. Stroud, baby. I'm rocking with the Texans. Listen, they came through for me Monday. It took a little while, but they finally got there. Yes, there's a concern about Stroud, but Colin, I look at this Houston defense. They match up great against the Patriots. I mean, again, Stingley on the outside, Lassiter, these are elite cornerbacks.
Yep.
Petrie in the secondary. They don't give up much. The one thing is this Drake May's scrambling ability. I did just come up with a stat. He had the most scrambles in the NFL, more scrambles than Josh Allen, Herbert, and that's where they have to watch him. Now, I'll say this. You know, watching Houston a lot this year, those guys are headhunters. Okay, the linebackers, the safeties may better get down or we're looking at something dicey. And I do think there's some numbers that show Woody Marks, as you said, and the running backs out of the backfield have given the Patriots problems.
Yeah.
I like the Texans to win this outright.
Tomorrow's headlines today, the Sunday Nighter, Rams at the Bears. One for the ages here, potentially.
Yeah, I hear you're going to be there with like 2 winter jackets, 4 scarves.
Yeah.
It should be a cold one. I don't know what the Bears can do to win this. The headline for Rams-Bears will be the cold man in the sea. Hot routes, warm reads. Old man Matthew Stafford delivers. Colin, we're talking about the best deep ball thrower in the league in Matt Stafford. I know Drake May was great. It's Stafford. With 2 awesome receivers, playing against a defense that gave up the second most deep ball touchdowns in the league.
And just lost their best linebacker.
Yeah, they just hemorrhaged stuff on the back end. Colin, unbelievably, Dallas gave up the most deep ball TDs. Dallas, who we laugh at. The Bears were second. Okay, and you're like you said, the linebacker out. I think the Rams score at will here. If you want to get exotic, their team total is 26.5 points.
I would take the over. I would take the over on that.
Listen, Caleb is magical charm season. I know Bears fans love when we pick against him. I don't see the Rams blowing this. If McVay blows it, that would be a shocker.
Rams over under 26. That's interesting.
Yeah, all they have to do is score 27 points. I mean, that's happening, right?
Finally, headline for Monday, the Natty, Miami against #1 Indiana.
Colin, this line was 5.5, and it soared up to 8.5. We don't see that normally.
No.
So the headline for Hoosiers Hurricanes will be 2.5 Mendozas. The U loses all its sheen. I'm sorry, Miami. I don't think you get it done here. Indiana has to be the side. They're going to win this. Now, interestingly, Colin, there's some numbers that show, and I think Klatt talked about this. This Miami defense is going to keep it close. Do not expect another blowout like that Alabama game, like that Oregon game. By the way, the Oregon game was weird. Did you see that they had 3 touchdown drives under 20 yards? Because Dante Moore kept turning it over. There was the block punt. This will not be a blowout. Miami will keep it close. How about this stat? 3 playoff games, Miami has given up 75 carries. 1 explosive in 75. That's it. You can't really run on this team. So I'm curious how Mendoza handles the pressure. You got 2 pros coming off the edges. This is going to be a great game. I think it's a lot closer than the experts think. That 8.5, you got to take the points with the Hurricanes. But I think Indiana wins the title. And congrats to Mendoza, who goes to the Raiders then, where he's not winning anything for a decade.